What's going on, guys? Today is, I don't even fucking know, bro, episode 435, and today is actually pretty cool because I got a cash out. I got paid today from my own business. I got a deposit of money into my account courtesy of my business, and I got a text for it and everything, and it was just really cool. And even though I already made the money, it's already been in my account, it's already been, I made the money, I made the sale, that already happened. But to have it deposited into my account saying that it was my business, the entity that has given me money, that was just such a great feeling. And I don't think it's appropriate to say that it was a great feeling. It was a very, it was, you guys are going to sit in silence with me while I figure this out. It was just a proud moment. I think that's what I'll say. It was very, no. It was a very, I'm not going to edit any of this out. I don't give a fuck. Very reassuring. Oh, gotta turn. It was very reassuring and a relief. It was relieving. That's what it is. It was relieving. The reason why I say that is because if you've been listening to the show for a sec, you know that I've been putting off sales calls and role playing and getting better and all that stuff for 4 years. For 4 years it's taken me to hop on the phone with somebody and pitch them my program and get them to join. And so to finally get the sale and to finally have money in my account and to finally fulfill this dream. So the dream is to be my own boss, make money from my own business, all this stuff. And as of today, that is all official. I've achieved that dream. I have provided a service to other people, and I have gotten them to exchange their money for my service. And it's not like I just made $1 or $2. I've got $8.50 coming down the pipeline. Now that's really cool. So it was a relief to know that this demon, this dragon, this boss has been slain, and I can now do the next one with the prior knowledge that I've already done this, and I can do it again. I have the skills required because I've done it once. I have proof that I can do this. So it was such a great feeling. And then I was thinking about how long I've been doing this, and it hasn't even been 90 days. I don't know, it's probably been closer to, because I really launched everything around Black Friday, which was 3 weeks ago. And I've just been working on my program and stuff. So of course I've been working on the program, but as far as advertising and all that stuff goes, it's probably been matter of fact, today might even be the 1 month mark, but because I have this thing written on my whiteboard at home, and it says things that I'm scared of right now. And it says sales calls, booking a sales call, role playing, going live on social media, being in the same exact spot that I am now in 90 days. And I was able to put a check mark next to all of those. And then right next to it, I wrote, fears faced. And I was at work today, I went outside, honestly just walked outside because I was grateful for another day. That's not bullshit. Walked outside, just looking around, just breathing in some fresh air. Just standing on the dock because, one day I'm not going to be here anymore. I'm not going to have the opportunity to walk outside and just stand on the dock and admire the concrete walls and the mountain view. I'm not going to have that opportunity anymore, probably ever again once I quit here. And so small things like that, I just don't want to take for granted. I could touch on this for a while, but when I moved around and I went to St. George, when I moved, doesn't matter. I moved somewhere realized that everything good comes to an end sooner or later. That led me to appreciate things more. That's the very short version. So ever since then, I've approached almost everything in my life knowing that this is one day going to end. I'm not going to have this thing or be at this place, and things are going to be different. It's not going to be forever, and I know that. So now I appreciate things a little bit more, even if it's ass. So like where I work now, I'm appreciative of it. And, you know, of course, I'd rather do my own thing, of course. But that's no disrespect to the job or the people or whatever. It's just I don't want to do this forever. And so I'm not going to. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to appreciate what I have now. So anyway, I was walking back inside. I just was looking down at my shoes and I was like, wow, man. It's happening. You know, it is. And it's very slow. You know, I'm just... Is it slow though? Or did I just, it's not slow. It just took me so long to make the first step. Like Alex Hormozy says, right? It'll take you 20 years to make your first sales call, 5 minutes to make the next one. Or your first reach out or your first message or whatever. And this happened hours ago, but I walked in and I was like, it's happening and it feels slow. However, I've only been doing this technically for a few months now. And for me to already have this sale, that's great. I'm brand new, I'm learning, and I'm beating myself up about it, you know, but I'm like, it really hasn't been that long. And so if you fast forward down to the next year, what's that gonna look like? You know, how far along am I gonna be then? Turn my fucking windshield wipers off, dude. One of my biggest pet peeves is this fucking noise. You hear that shit? Shouldn't make that noise. Windshield's wet. Anyway, yeah, it's just a really cool moment. I feel really good about everything, and it was just very nice. First person I texted was Lexi, and I said, babe, I just got paid from my own business today. Got my own money from my own business of a service that I provided myself to another person, and I got paid from my own business. So I'm on 2 payrolls yet again. So do I have 2 jobs again? I sure do. There's a lot of ego in that. I like being able to say that I had 3 jobs because people look at you funny. But I have a coworker, and she says, you still doing FedEx? And I said, no, I quit that back in August. She says, oh, so you just go home and sit there now? I said, yep. What do you want me to say? Like, I think the more that I travel down this path, the more I just lose interest in trying to be right, in trying to be, you know, trying to go out of my way to explain something to make myself seem better. And I'm not going to say that I don't want to appear better or stronger or whatever. I always do. I think anybody who says they don't, I don't know. Maybe it's some more growth I got to undergo. But it was cool because rather than being like, no, I record podcasts, I work on my own stuff, you know, I'm blah, blah, blah. I was just like, yeah, I just sit there. She said, you just sit there? You just go home and sit at home alone? And I said, yep. No, I fucking don't just sit there home alone. But that's all I said, and it felt good to just not have to explain myself. And I like that a lot. And the more I go down this path, the more I am more comfortable with that. So when certain people say certain things, or I don't know. You know, you hear stories from people who have made it, and they said, yeah, you know, back when I first started, people were cheering me on, and then I started seeing some success, and it was like they started treating me different. Not in a good way, not in a bad way, it's just they were treating me different. And I don't feel that way now, but I do feel like certain things people say or do is just the way that they're phrased or whatever. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm trying to get at. It's just very annoying, and people don't think that it is. They think they're being funny. But I have a really hard time with that shit, man. I can appreciate a joke. I can appreciate it twice or 3 times. But when it's repetitive and when it's predictable, for me, when I can predict when someone's going to say something, automatically not funny, very annoying, just so. Certain things in my life, man, it's just very repetitive, very predictable. I know when something's going to happen. I know when something's going to pop up. I just know. And so because I know it, I can predict it. Because I predict it, I expect it. Because I expect it and it happens, it's annoying. Because it's just like, I knew all along, you know? And so, you know, people throw their jokes and they say things here and there. It's fine. I don't know. At least be creative with it. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm good. I'm happy. It's just, fuck, man. Certain environments socially, no wonder why people are so poor, so broke mentally, what I meant to say was so poor mentally, so broke financially, but whatever. Just no ambition, no desire to be better, no standards. Like, it's no wonder why people are that way. That's just the collective sum of society. People are just that way. And I don't want to be around that anymore, dude. Like, I'm so tired of being around people who just shit on success and don't want better and don't strive for more and don't have drive. Not the people themselves, I'm sure they're great individuals, but fuck that mentality, fuck that belief, fuck that ecosystem of thought, belief, of all. Dude, I can't stand that shit. I think I'm just growing so impatient with the fact that I have to show up to work every day and just be surrounded by an average of, just people who don't want to do shit. People who, whatever, man. It's just very frustrating sometimes. Because, in the mastermind that I'm in, everyone's posting like, hey, I did this, I'm talking about this, doing this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, I wish you lived closer, bro. We could do some shit, And I'm going to share this real quick. You might even be listening. I know who you are. You're going to know what I'm talking about here. But I went to a lunch with some old coworkers, and I love them both so much. And this is me not talking shit whatsoever. But we didn't talk about really anything. It was just bullshit and having a good time, which I appreciate. And I like that. But part of me feels like I'm not using, this sounds so fucked. It sounds so fucked, and I don't mean it to be fucked. But we didn't talk about anything that was meaningful or of interest, selfishly to me. We bullshitted and had a good time and laughed a lot, and I love that, and I appreciate that, and I'll never forget that. We played card roulette, and I lost, so I had to fork the bill, and it was funny. But it was like, I appreciate and love these people, but I wish that we had more things in alignment together so that we could bounce more ideas off one another and just get better together. Because I don't know, man. I got a lot of people in my life that really do have big goals and want to make shit happen, but I don't know. I just want to kick ass, man. And I love working, and I love working hard, and I love doing things that aren't quote unquote normal or average. And I find joy in doing hard shit. And I take pride in being different. Even a year ago, I probably would have collapsed at people thinking that I'm different, or throwing stones, or saying my little business or my little Black Friday deal or whatever. But now I'm just like, I fully understand why you think that way, and I fully understand that you don't believe in yourself, because I was once there too. So I understand fully, 100%, completely understand what it's like to not believe in yourself, because I've been there. Last year, woke up feeling like a piece of shit, was drinking alcohol, was not doing anything productive, just went to work, came home, sat there, played Minecraft, played RuneScape, didn't do fucking shit, didn't do anything. So I get it, and I was once that. And I'm running like hell to never go back to that, and I don't feel like I ever will. But sometimes you just kind of slip up, you do this, you skip this, do that, and it's like, oh, shit. And I just don't ever want to go back to that, dude. And I guess it creates a sense of arrogance almost, that like I'm too good for that, because I know that I'm better than that shit, because I have proof that I can do better, and it will be better. And so maybe that's why people, dare I say this, bro, maybe that's why people like myself just don't have a lot of friends, are very frustrated, have so much ambition, don't want to hang out with people, don't want to hang out with other people who don't have anything going for them, because they're just, like Dan Martell says, just energy suckers, just energy vampires, ambition drainers, Like, if I'm around you and you inspire me to be better after we're done talking, I want you in my life. If I'm talking to you and I get no value from you, or you're complaining, or you're gossiping about this or whatever, like truthfully, I want nothing to do with you ever for the rest of all of eternity. And I don't care if you're family, I don't care if you're friends, I don't care if you're a homeless person, I don't care if you're a successful quadrillionaire. I can just get the fuck away from me. Don't want anything to do with anything that you got going on. And I'm just recognizing patterns, man. When I'm at home doing my own shit and I'm able to be focused on the thing that I'm trying to create, or if I'm recording a podcast like that, right now, I feel great, bro. But when I go, and the reason why I'm choosing work to talk about is because I don't go anywhere else. I go to the gym, but I have my headphones in. I don't talk to anybody, and that's the only place I go. I mean, I'll go to the grocery store, but there's nothing. So when I go to work, that's when I'm forced to socialize. I'm forced to interact with other human beings. I'm forced to do a job with other people, work alongside other people, communicate efficiently, all this stuff to make sure that we get the job done. 100%, I get that. And so when I'm doing that for 5 days straight and then 4 days straight, it's just like, it's so draining for me. And I don't want to do that shit anymore, bro. I'm so over it. I almost feel like the kid that's in school that's like, why am I learning math? I'm not going to be a math major. I'm learning how to be a zookeeper. How come I need math? It's kind of how I feel. It's like, why do I need this right now? Why? It's actually a horrible example. I'm going to take that back. I don't know where I'm going with that, but whatever. But I would just rather be in an environment where I'm learning and getting in reps and failing and being able to learn from what I did wrong and improve, and then go back in the game and repeat and get better. And I don't know. Part of me wants to, when I can, quit my job and then instead of FedEx, go get a sales job where I'm on the phone all day. Because that would only benefit me in my sales game, which is what's going to provide a living for me and my future family. And it's not about the money, it's about the reps. It's about I don't know what else to say. It's just about the repetitions of putting in the work, of doing the thing that's going to make me better, stronger, fat, whatever, all that stuff. Because right now, I just go and sit there at my current job, and very obviously, because it's a mechanic's job, I fix shit, I repair shit, has nothing to do with sales, has nothing to do with marketing or branding or sales, has nothing to do with any of that, obviously. And so for a good chunk of my day, 10 hours a day, the only time that I get to work on my own stuff is if I have downtime, which some days I have nothing but downtime. Other days, like today, didn't really have a second to sit down. I was just working on other things. And it's cool because certain people that I work with are fucking awesome, very mature, very understanding of big picture shit, have their own things going on. Other people, very immature, no life experience. That's fine, because I was once there, I understand. But if I had a choice, I'd rather associate with people and talk with people who can hold a conversation about something more than the weekend and more than small talk. And, so that's me. And it's just very annoying to try to it's very annoying to fake that I want to be in conversation, because maybe I ought to just start being ruthless. Not really, because I got to maintain a good morale there. But, someone's like, how's your weekend? It's like, bro, weekend was fine. I don't really care how yours was, so I'm not going to ask you that. Or, I don't know. What you got going on this weekend? What you got going on tonight? Working. Just leave it at that, bro. I have a coworker and somebody said something, and rather than acknowledging it, he just said, cool. And I got to get to that level, bro. I got to get to that level. Made my fucking day, because I was like, yeah, you don't give a fuck. Made my day. Went up to him, damn near wanted to shake his hand and get an autograph because it was so fucking cool. Hey, blah, blah, we got to go do this. Cool. I feel like I'm being all negative and shit, and I'm not trying to be. But, it's just... I don't know what else to say, man. It's just very hard sometimes to have all this shit going on in my head and everybody else just doesn't have the same goal. It's a perfect example. It's like if I'm a pro golfer surrounded by a bunch of amateur football players. Yeah, we can laugh. Yeah, we can talk. Yeah, we can bullshit. Yeah, we can relate. But at the end of the day, you have no idea what the fuck it's like to be a golfer because you've never played. And so therefore, there's no subject matter to talk about. There's nothing to relate to in that regard. We can't bounce ideas back off one another because you're a football player. I'm a golfer. We're not the same. You want to go play football. I want to play golf. That's all there is to it. No hate. However, I'd like to be surrounded by golfers as well, not football players. And that's probably the best analogy I've ever said on the show. I'm a golfer, and I want to be surrounded by golfers, not football players. But in my life right now, I don't have any golf friends. I don't have anybody outside of the mastermind that I'm in that I could call upon and be like, hey, what's up, bro? Can we meet up for coffee and bounce numbers off and go over percentages and talk about, trends and what could we do here and what kind of content could we make based on, what kind of hooks you're rolling with, how's your, fuck, bro. You have any one-liners or two-liners in your sales script that's baller? What do you use for your guarantee? What's your scare? Like, what are you using for urgency? Using any ebooks? You got any lead magnets? Like, how are you lead genning? What's going on with that? All that stuff, bro. And I'm not even just throwing out buzzwords to seem this or that. I honestly don't want anybody to listen to the show for the next 15 years. And if you are listening, don't stop. I appreciate you. But I think it's cool. I've talked about this before, but I feel like I've bounced back into the true, actual nature of the show, which is me not telling anybody about the show. That was one of the rules that I had for the first 100 episodes. Couldn't tell anybody about it. Couldn't have anybody else on the show. I had to upload at least 5 per week. The podcast had to have some kind of value into it, whatever. And that's what I did. And so for 100 episodes straight, nobody knew about it. And then I posted about it and people started listening. And that's cool. I appreciate that. But it was almost a mistake because I feel like there's certain things that I can't really document or talk about because it's just sharing too much information that might make things worse for friends or for family or for like even current clients. Because I'm just overthinking it, but I'd hate for a current client of mine to go and listen to a sales call role play and be like, oh, he's at the same exact script on me that he did here. But I also understand that somebody who really gets it and who really understands won't be bothered by that. And that's the kind of person that I'm trying to find. However, I know that not everybody is like that, so it would cause issues. And that's my perspective. I do believe it would cause issues. For me, it would not, because I think that shit's cool. And people don't understand that, for example, a sales script is an outline of the things that you're going to talk about with every person. Because if you're trying to sell something, then it would only be fair that you share the same information, ask the same questions, try to get the best understanding the same way with every person that you possibly can. And of course, there is different things to do with different people depending on the answers that they give you. But generally speaking, it's the same fucking shit. And I think people think, oh, it's cookie cutter. Oh, he said the same thing he said to me. He said the same word. And he said that, yeah, because it's the same fucking product for the same type of person with the same goal. No shit. Same with workout programs, man. People think, oh, cookie cutter. He did this, he did that. And it's like, dude, your goal is to build muscle, get jacked, get stronger. You can work out 5 days a week. You have no injuries. You have access to a full gym. You have no inabilities. You're capable of lifting. You have all this equipment. Why would your program be different than another guy who has the same exact situation? For the sake of being different? It's like, oh, he has the same program as me. He's scamming people. It's called cookie cutter. It's like, no, because would I give this program to a mom of 5 kids who can only do home body weight workouts? No. So therefore, it's not. It's just that people have the same goals, the same ideas, the same capabilities, the same access to the same gym. So no shit that it would be a very, 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 very identical workout. So maybe this is just me internally speaking out loud and sharing how I feel about shit. I don't know. But I don't know, man. That's just the best way I can put it. I'm a golfer surrounded by football players. Nothing wrong with a football player. Nothing wrong with a golfer. I just want to be surrounded by golfers. That's it. That's the best way I can put it. So when I'm able to be not around football players, seems like my life is just exponentially better. So anyway, today's December 27th. Just remembered. So That's the potty. That's the podcasty. Appreciate you guys listening. Yeah, from here on out, don't tell anybody about the show. Just keep this shit hush hush. How about that? Let's do that. I'm going to take my name off the podcast too, so when people look up my name on here to get the Allegiant Excellent show, this doesn't pop up. This is a secret show, and I'm not going to tell anybody about it unless they ask. I'm not going to publicize it and make it known and do this. Somebody asks, I'll tell them, but it's also an ego thing. I like people to know that I have a podcast and it has almost 500 episodes. I have 462. Today is 462nd episode that I've recorded because there's a lot of doubles and triple days. But yeah, just being honest, I think it's kind of a flex. I'll be honest, like, oh, I got a podcast. Oh, how many episodes you got? 10, 20? No, 437 or 460. What did I just say? 462. I haven't missed a day in 435 or 434 days, whatever. I haven't missed a single day. There's a lot of pride in that for sure, because I don't know how many other people have recorded a podcast every single day for 435 days straight. I haven't missed one day. So, yeah, I just long-term vision. This is going to be something that I'm glad that I have, in the next 5 years for sure. And then maybe that's when I'll start making it public and talking about stuff. And I don't know, maybe that's when right now the focus is quit my fucking job, bro, because that's the biggest hindrance to overall success. But I can't get there unless I put in the work now, which is the hardest part because I have such little time, it seems, to work on my stuff. So I just got to get crystal clear and start tying things together, meaning I want to be able to do this. Okay, what is this? Okay, how can I do this? Well, I got to quit my job. Okay, so I need to send however many DMs per day so that I can quit my job. If I want to quit my job, I have to send however many DMs per day. Quitting my job means I must send this many DMs per day, and then do that with everything that's required. So that way I can look at the document, I can look at the page and be like, yep, if I want to quit my job, I have to do this. I must do this. And that way it's not, oh, I'll skip it or I'll do this later. I was like, no, I guess you don't want to quit your job, huh? Start making those tie-ins, make it operational, because we just discovered that I'm an operations man because I love that stuff. But I'm done talking. So that was the show. Appreciate you guys listening. Again, episode 435. Yeah, 4:35, 1:42 p.m., December 27th, 2024. See you guys next time I see you. Bye-bye.